Hi children, today's story is a story of when David was a little boy, when David was a shepherd boy, and it's called I May Be Little. Long ago, in a faraway land, lived a little boy named David. He'd got 7 brothers who were all older and bigger and stronger than little David. They didn't want a little boy in the way while they were working, and sometimes David felt very small and unimportant. He looks sad there, doesn't he? Look, while his brothers are working. But one day, his father gave him a job of his very own. He asked David to be a shepherd. Can you remember what job a shepherd does? Who does a shepherd look after? Can you remember? That's right, it's the sheep. A shepherd is someone who watches the sheep, and a shepherd counts his sheep to make sure that they are all with him and all safe. You can learn to count the sheep too. Should we count them on this page? Let's have a go all together. You ready to count with me? Oh, hang on, they've got numbers on. Oh, here we go then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did you manage to count to 10 with me? A shepherd leads his sheep to food and water, and he puts medicine on their scratches. A shepherd always loves his sheep. David was glad to have a job to do. I might be little, but God's going to help me to do big things, he said. David took his sheep to the grassy hills and he watched while the big sheep ate their lunch. He laughed when the little lambs romped and rolled amongst the wildflowers. That looks a nice meadow, doesn't it, to play? But sometimes David felt a bit lonely because there was nobody to play with. So David made up songs to remind himself that God was always near him. David spent many hours talking to God, and they became best friends. David knew that God could help him to become a good shepherd, and God could help him to protect his sheep from all the hungry animals. I think lots of animals like to eat sheep, don't they? Like wolves and lions and bears. Often, David practiced throwing rocks with his sling, and he learned to hit his target every single time. Once, a growling bear came and chased the little lambs. Round and round, David whirled his sling. Then zing went a stone through the air. Whack went the stone, and on the big bear's snout. Grrr went the bear as he zipped away through the bramble bushes. And you see the stone hitting the bear on his nose. He didn't like that, did he? But he left the little lamb alone. Another day, a ferocious lion spied David's sheep. He wanted lamb burgers for lunch. With one big bound, the lion pounced on a fluffy lamb and snatched it away from its mummy. Oh, that looks scary, doesn't it? I wonder what David's going to do. There was no time to use his sling. David ran as fast as he could. He knew that God would help him to save his sheep. Before the lion even knew what had happened, David grabbed him by his mane and bopped him on top of the head with his staff. Dear, the lion doesn't look very happy, does he? The fluffy lamb was safe, and David was happy. He had done a good job. I might be little, but with God's help, I can do big things, he said. Now, see if you can remember what sort of big things David did when he was older. He did one really good thing with his slingshot. Can you see if you can remember what story that is? See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.